There is a shift in the world and a new wave in the healing industry. And I'm so excited to talk to you about this as I get smoked out by my incense. We're going to move this. I'm so excited to talk to you about this today. And we are going to dive into what this shift is, what it looks like for you, what it means for you, and what it's requiring of us. And so as you guys are hopping on, make sure you say hi. Let me know you are here. I see Selena. I see Tammy. And as you guys are listening and taking in this information, make sure that you guys are letting me know if it resonates, how you're feeling, all the things. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and dive in. So there is I've got my notes pulled up too, because I'm a Gemini. I love to have conversations with you. I also want to kind of try to stay on track. But if you have any questions, please pop them below. Okay, I'm happy to answer them. Okay, so there is a shift that's going on in the world. Do you feel it? Comment below and let me know if you do. I want to say I started noticing this probably about 5 years ago, which is insanity. But people started noticing things that were no longer serving them. The ways in which the process of how we've been living is just not it. And over the course of the last 5 years, I've witnessed this time and time again. And it's actually very surprising once you step into awareness of this. It's like, oh, more and more people are waking up. More and more people are aware. And as more and more are awakening, that means more and more are ascending. And so let me know if you've noticed this too. 2015 is when it started for my awareness. Yes, I love that. And I really noticed it big time, right around, I don't know if we can say that C word, when the world closed down and everybody did the same thing at the same time. You know what I mean? That's where I think people started being like, oh, this process, this way of living is not working for me anymore. And I think there's something to be said that it gives us an opportunity to take a step back and zoom out. Hey, yes, I'm live. And it gives us an opportunity to zoom out and to see the bigger picture. And this means that there's a new wave happening in the healing industry. And you may have noticed different styles of healing or different ways of coaching has popped up. People are birthing their way, their methodology, or their modality out into the world. This is becoming so common, and it is so amazing. And it gives the world the opportunity to be able to have the tools to go to that next level. And I'm going to share with you what that looks like for us. But I see you guys operating in your power. I see you doing the Reiki healing, doing your coaching programs, sharing your gifts even when it's scary. I see you, and that is part of the process. Your gifts are so needed in a time when there's a shift happening in the world and there's a new wave happening in the healing industry. Now, here's the thing. What got us to here won't get us there. What got you here won't get you there. And even further, when we think about this with our clients too, even across the world, let's just zoom out from our own lives and zoom out and look at this from a world perspective. It's going to require higher frequencies. It's going to require an up level. We love all styles of modalities that have gotten us. I can't remember who I was talking to just the other day. I think it was last Friday or something. She was like, I don't even know how many modalities I'm trained in. I'm like, girl, same. I have no idea. I know I'm trained in a few styles of Reiki. I know I'm trained in RRT, rapid resolution therapy, and NLP. And like, as far as everything else, I couldn't even tell you because it's weaved into our own abilities and we've made it our own. And isn't that part of like your soul didn't come here to just be like, oh, let me just do this thing. Your soul came to be here to be like, let me play in planet Earth. Like let me educate myself in planet Earth, like the school of hard knocks, right? Let me educate myself so that I can continue to get my gifts out into the world and elevate and like live out my soul purpose, passion, mission. Even when my human mind is like, what the hell? What is going on? I'm scared and it feels like I might die. And so I see you. And when it comes to this next wave, the people awakening of this planet, and even I know this is true for you, there are definitely different modalities that I just stopped feeling. And it's not good or bad. It was just information. And I was just like, oh, well, this is interesting. And I'm like, okay, well, let me try again. Okay, well, let me try again. And I'm like, okay, I'm not noticing the sensations. I'm not noticing the feeling. I'm not noticing the shifts or the healing or any of that. And I'm like, okay, well, what is going on? As the frequency of the planet continues to raise, it requires higher and higher frequencies. And this is what came through big for me as I was channeling quantum illumination Reiki, is that, again, it's that concept of what got us here won't get us there. Not as many people on this planet were awakened. And now that more people are awakened, they're ascending. And then we continue to have these waves of people. The frequency of the planet rising requires higher frequencies to be able to support that continuation and that evolution of your growth, of your client's growth, of the world's growth. I've been talking about the concept of the butterfly effect recently. And comment below and tell me if you're familiar with this. Have you ever seen that movie? Oh, because I've been talking about it so much lately, maybe I should go back and watch that. But anyway, so the butterfly, but movie aside, the butterfly effect is the concept of a single flap of a butterfly wings can cause a tsunami across the world. Like, what? Think about that for a second. A single flap of a butterfly's wing can cause a tsunami on the other side of the world. Do you know how big a butterfly is? Like, it fits in my hand. Okay, there are some really big butterflies. What? I'm just like, did you know there's such thing as a butterfly migration? I don't know why this is coming through right now. There's a butterfly migration that comes through in the area that we live in now. And part of it goes right by my house. And I sat out there for hours watching hundreds of thousands. I couldn't even tell you how many butterflies. And I'm like, wow, like just to think of the power of something that is perceived as so gentle is able to make such an impact. That is the impact that you are making. By you choosing to show up and do that deep healing work, even when it's freaking hard, by you choosing to show up and continue to raise your own vibration regardless of what's going on in the world, regardless of the opinions of others, it is so powerful. And when you continue to show up in your power and you continue to share your gifts with the world, that creates that butterfly effect. See, you think that you're talking to one person or you're talking to a few people, or you get on your stories and you're like, oh, there's 30 people watching my stories, or, oh, that post got like 1 like, or, whatever it is, right? But what if you were in a room with 30 people? And even though there are 30 people or one person that's liked your post, You don't know the power. Like, do you remember the power of word of mouth? We have connection, but we forget the power of word of mouth. We forget the impact that we're making as well. The fact that you said something shift someone's frequency and someone's vibration. The fact that you chose to show up and share something that it was like, oh, now I'm afraid, but someone was impacted by this. And that is power. And that is the butterfly effect. And so this new wave is requiring us to step into these higher frequencies. It is requiring you to do radically different. And I know you can feel this. I know you can feel this. I felt this. And I see this so often, even in like our Evolution membership or Rising Phoenix or Untamed Healer. Like, I see this everywhere, even on social media, where I'm just like, it's requiring radically different. It's requiring the frequency raise. We're feeling it. And when you raise your frequency, other people around you raise theirs. They either meet, you know this, right? They either meet or you guys part ways. But when you raise your frequency, it gives people the opportunity to meet you where you are and continue forward. And that impact, like now they're impacting their direct friends, their spouse, their kids. They're now, because they are different, even if it's a post, right? Even if it's a post. Notice I'm not saying just, even if it is a post, I know you put heart and soul into your content. And so think about their connections and those people's connections and the impact they're making because you chose different, because you chose a higher frequency, because you chose to show up when it was hard, right? And so this means that it opens a door for an opportunity for you to be able to do radically different. Yes, it is that big of a ripple effect. Think about this. I don't know about you. Okay, so I've pretty much always been like this, and even my kids notice this too. My children notice this. They're 12 and 16. I'm not very cool to my 12-year-old anymore. He's like, but anyway, it is that big of a ripple effect. I will walk into a store, and I don't do this like intentionally. I do it so much now that it's an unconscious act. I will walk into a store and just make someone laugh. I will say what I'm thinking, or I will compliment them. That raises their vibration. So maybe if they were having a bad day, now their mood has increased. When your mood increases, your frequency is raising, like your vibration is raising, right? I mean, that's been proven way too many times now. If you need to dive into this deeper, go watch Joe Dispenza or Abraham Hicks on YouTube. But anyway, so now it's impacted their family. Their frequency has impacted their family. Now they're carrying that in, like they're going to remember those moments or those stacked moments, right? If somebody's coming back to your page or they're seeing your things, like that's continuing to allow them to step into a different vibration, to think differently, to be differently, to embody different, to make different decisions, to think before they react, to sink down, to meditate more, to journal more, to dive in, to continue to be the best version of themselves, right? Who else is that impacting? And how is it impacting that, in the way that they show up? It's literally like across the lines of time. It's literally healing themselves and it's healing those around them. So I want to share with you guys, I posted yesterday, actually, I'm going to go through the comments and the questions as well. But I saw that Selena was on. She's in, and I saw, is she still on? Taylor. She just got in. So yesterday I shared our official Quantum Illumination Reiki certification program. I began channeling this in June of 2021, and I'm not going to dive too much deeper into that at this moment. But at the time, I was like, what? This is wild. And what continued to come through, I'm like, why me? Why now? Why now? We have over 100 styles of Reiki plus. Reiki has been around forever. Why now? Why now? And the answer I was given was as the frequency of the planet continues to raise and as people continue to awaken, the frequency that is required of healing needs to continue to raise. And as the vibration heals, it continues to raise, and we need those frequencies now. And so I continued to channel the style of Reiki, to trust my intuition, to move when I'm scared. You guys, I'm gonna make sure I don't kick my light. When I tell you to move scared, I am leading the way. I am not being like, go do this thing. And I'm like, I'm not doing that. I do it afraid. I trust along the way, and I let the proof stack. What quantum illumination Reiki is today, my soul already knew. I was already working on it. My soul was already working on it. And it was just a requirement for me to move through it and move the path to bring it to life. And so you can now officially get trained and certified in quantum illumination Reiki. As of yesterday, we have officially opened the doors, you guys. Up until this point, we had 9 amazing healers inside, and that tells me, and this was a behind the scenes launch, I wasn't even launching it publicly, and that tells me the world is ready for this. We're ready for this. The frequency of the planet is requiring, it's demanding the presence. It is demanding our own healing, our own being able to tap into the energy of the quantum field, of the life force energy that is already all around us all the time, and to be able to tap into 5D plus frequencies. So I'm going to share with you a little bit more about that, of the type of healing that it does. But yeah, it's a requirement. It's a requirement of moving, even when your human mind is like, I don't know, but you do it anyway. Isn't that true even with your own healing? Like this new wave in the healing industry, like this shift that has happened, it's because we're all choosing. We're the crazy ones that are like, yeah, let me go do some shadow work. That sounds like some fucking fun. I don't know about you, but now it's like, ooh, let me get so curious, because I know on the other side of this, there's so much liberation, there's so much freedom. And when you raise your frequency, when you continue to raise your frequency, there is so much liberation that happens. There's so much freedom that continues to happen. And it doesn't happen when you're on the other side of it. It happens when you're in the decision of it. It's the decision that I am no longer available for this. I see the fear. I'm looking in the eyes and I'm moving anyway. And that is when everything changes. So quantum illumination Reiki, I'm going to share with you a little bit about the difference between traditional styles of Reiki and quantum illumination. But I do a deep dive in this in the link in my bio is my dose of quantum illumination Reiki. Go get that. It is amazing. Selena, I'm so excited. And Selena is in level 1 and 2. And okay, so quantum illumination Reiki and traditional styles of Reiki. With traditional styles of Reiki, we see that it vibrates at 3.5D to 4.5D. We see that it heals at a physical, conscious, and an energetic level. And we also are the channel, right? So I said I'm trained and certified in a few other styles of traditional styles of Reiki. And so I know how this works. And also we're not saying that one style of Reiki is better than the other. They are all both deeply healing. They're all both words, they're coming to me. They are all beautiful. They are all healing. The difference is the frequency and the depths you're able to go and the heights you're able to go and heal. So with quantum illumination Reiki, We're healing at a 5D plus frequency. We're not just healing within the 7 chakras, we're going up. We're going up, up, up on frequencies. There are a few keys that I don't use very often on clients or without really anchoring them into earth, because they are vibrating so high. It makes them really, it feels ungrounded, but it's really like a soul level healing. So we're vibrating at 5D plus frequency. Instead of channeling, we are operating within the energy of the quantum field. Instead of being the channel, we are able to grab the energy that is always around us, and we're able to heal. It heals at, yes, the energetic, conscious, and physical level, but we're also healing at a subconscious, cellular, and a DNA level. I'm going to tell you why this is useful to know and why this is important for healing. But we know that this heals at a subconscious level because with traditional styles of Reiki, we have to coach our clients through the transformation, right? Like the healing is doing its thing, but the subconscious work, to be able to shift something into their awareness, we've got to ask really good questions to be able to have that come through, right? With quantum illumination, those answers will just pop in. What it does is it flips the unconscious to the conscious so that it's in their awareness, and now they can move forward with that information that comes through. So this is useful to know and this is important because we are collapsing time on healing, and also it is naturally raising the frequency of ourselves, but also those that we are healing. Yeah, I think I was like, did I miss something? I don't think I missed something. Okay. Okay. Make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay. So, Quantum Illumination Reiki Certification Program, DM me Quantum. I will send the information your way. This is a founder's opportunity. This means you will be amongst the first to learn this style of Reiki across the world. We officially have 10. We had Taylor join today. So we officially have 10 powerful healers that are jumping in. And some of them don't have any Reiki training. Some of them are masters in other styles of Reiki. And there's anywhere in between. Some of them are like, yes, I'm using this for business. And some of them are like, no, I'm using it. Or they're like, yes, I'm using this for personal, and anywhere in between. So it is for you if you have breath and you are ready to take your frequency up. You are ready to play within the energy of the quantum field and heal at a quantum and 5D plus frequency. This is for you. And yes, you can integrate this into your business. I see a lot of styles of Reiki, and I'm not an expert in every single style of Reiki, but typically the way that they are structured is that you can't offer sessions until you are at level 2. With quantum illumination, you can offer healing sessions after the first 4. Sorry, I just had a DM come in and it made me lose my train of thought. Level 1. So you can offer sessions after level 1. There's 4 keys. So I'm just going to go over what's in level 1 for those of you that have that mind that you're like, what's in level 1? So, okay. Level 1 is, I'm just going to pull this up. We're going to tap into the base of the energy of the quantum field. So let me say that differently. This is the base of quantum illumination. We are tapping into the energy of the quantum field. I'm going to teach you how to access that energy to be able to literally grab and put the energy to yourself or healing anything, anytime, anywhere. And yeah, Michelle, shoot me a DM and we can chat about the details. So with this, because we're not channeling it, it is a very different way of doing it. Now, I like to teach through fun, flow, play, and ease. I'm a Gemini Sun, Aries rising. If it's not fun, count me out. So, and I also know that like we're human too. Like we're leading a life. Some of us lead busy lives or abundant lives, right? And so we're all abundant, right? But so I teach you in a way that you are able to integrate the healing into your day-to-day life. So it's not like you're sitting down like Buddha for 25 hours a day trying to access the healing. I'm teaching you how to do it and integrate it into your day-to-day life in a way that is fun, flow, play, ease. And then you're going to learn keys level 1 keys 1 through 4. You're going to learn how to do self-healing, how to heal others, and how to do distance. So with keys 1 through 4, and I'm not going to go into all 13 keys, we'll be here forever. But level 1 is the foundation of healing with the first 4 keys. And so this is going to be physical, emotional, spiritual, and then overall healing, mind, body, spirit. So with the first key, this is going to be we really want to create a foundation. So even after level 1, if you're like, yes, I want to start integrating this into my business now or my personal life now, you have the basic of the foundations of healing that you can heal a lot of things with those first 4 keys. And then level 2, we go into 5 more keys. And then level 3 is the remaining 13 keys the remaining of the 13 keys. And we go over alchemy. So I teach you how to create combinations of quantum illumination Reiki in a way that you can really use your intuition, and you'll be able to create alchemy with the keys. So good. And then after level 3, you'll also be a teacher. So you'll be able to, after your qualifications, you'll be able to go ahead and teach as well, meeting the requirements. So the first one is our physical healing key. And this one, it's literally healing and repairing at a DNA level, at a cellular level. But it does more than just that. And when I teach you, I'm going to teach you exactly what it does, how it teaches, and how you can utilize it. But it's all intuition based, and it's all going to be you're going to be able to connect with the keys and the healing frequencies in a way that they're going to guide you, and it's going to be a coexisting. So it's literally going to pop into your mind. It's like, oh, well, I thought I needed this key, but this one's coming to me, so let me do it. Or your hands will start vibrating in a certain way, and that will be an indication like that's the one that's calling to you. Can you start tier by tier, or do you get 1 through 3? Yes, that question makes sense. Can you bundle it or just go one level at a time? I think is the question. If so, yes. So if you want to do just level 1 starting out, you can bundle level 1 and 2. And then today somebody was like, I've had multiple people ask if they could bundle 1 through 3. And I was like, oh, I don't have level 3 information. Like, I've got the program like ready to go, but as far as like all the rest of the details, I already have it now. I have it now. So I was like, yep, let's do it. So we have a level 1 through 3 bundle too, if you want to bundle it together, all of them. Okay, so when I started using this one, what I noticed was this one is tied to our sacral chakra. And so it can be interchangeable with the heart chakra. So I'm going to give you the keys that are tied to each chakra as well. And this one is amazing for increasing vitality. It's great for colds and viruses. It heals at that cellular and the DNA level. It heals DNA of lineage. We've healed, like my sons, whenever they were younger, and this was one of the first keys that I channeled. I would use this when they would fall down. Any headaches, any aches, I use this one a lot. Well, not a lot, because I don't really get cramps, but I use this one frequently when I'm on my period for like cramps, or if I get a headache, I'll use this one. I actually use this one a lot on clients when they're experiencing physical pains, or they are feeling like a lot of brain fog. But I had a client that I used this one on a majority of one session. She had an open wound in her foot. She wasn't doing any other Reiki on herself. She wasn't applying any cream or anything like that. She had an open wound on her foot. She went to the doctor the next day and it was freaking healed. The only thing she did was the session. That's all I got. Like that, I don't even have words. Like when she sent that to me, I was like, wait, what? I wish she would have taken before and after pictures. Not that I want to see an open wound, but I'm like, that is mind blowing, because this just shows that we are healing at such a deep level. So the second key is an emotional healing. And this one is the purest love at the highest frequency. And very tied to the heart chakra. This is amazing for inner child healing, any kind of heart healing. It is great for inner peace, hope, healing grief. It's also really great for calming anxiety. This isn't usually the first one I go to for anxiety, but it is one that's really amazing because it is so gentle. Third key is our spiritual healing key. And this one is like the spiritual gateway. And this one is tied to our solar plexus. And because they're tied to a specific chakra doesn't mean that's the only one that can heal. It heals all things all over. Okay, so the first time and any time that I do this, it feels like a big exhale. And I remember doing this key specifically on my family. They were my guinea pigs through this. I'm like, hey, come here, let me try this thing on you. And my sons know a couple of the keys as well whenever they're interested and they want to tap into it. But I watched them do the same thing. It feels like an exhale. This is great for anxiety and depression. It creates and cultivates feelings of joy, bliss, pure happiness, carefree. It calms the mind. The solar plexus is directly tied to the mind. And yeah, anything that would be healed on a spiritual level, this one is good for. And typically with my sessions with my clients, I don't use like one specific key. Over the summer, I did do a microdose of healing inside of Evolution membership. And they also get monthly group healings too. And so I did one key at a time for them. And it was really cool to hear their feedback completely mirrored what had come through for the key. And so it was really amazing to witness their healing, and also the confirmation of what my spirit team was like, hey, this is it. And my soul was like, hey, this is it. And I'm like, okay, we've got this. And then the final key is the master key. And this one is like combining mind, body, spirit. But this one is really great if you're like, I don't know which one to use. It will come through for you. The keys will literally, you'll create a relationship and they will speak directly to you. And also you will be able to use this key. If you're just like, I don't know which one to use, you can use this one. It's great for the crown chakra. This isn't the major subconscious key. However, it does do subconscious work. It flips that unconscious to the conscious so you can see it. It's great for opening up, activating the crown chakra, encompassing mind, body, spirit. Yeah, those are the main ones. Okay. Yeah, mentioning solar plexus, as I'm working on the solar plexus part of my chakra blanket, I will be selling to. Ooh, that's cool. Yeah, when I first started doing major chakra work on myself, the solar plexus was my main one that I worked on. I spent a lot of time healing, clearing, releasing in the solar plexus. So amazing. So that is the gist of level 1. I feel like I didn't miss anything. Quantum Illumination Reiki certification program, founder's opportunity. This means, again, you're the first in the world to learn this style of Reiki. And also, it is the lowest price that it will ever be again. Our starting date is the week of March 17th. I love this. We are going through first talking about it as we are getting ready to enter Pisces season, and we will be starting the week that we go into the energetic new year Aries season. I did not do this on purpose, and I learned this last night, and I was like, oh, okay, I see you. There's a reason for literally everything. So we're literally like creating this new wave of healing and shifting our own frequencies as we're going into a brand new energetic new year. Like, that's amazing. So let me know if you have any questions. DM me the word quantum and I will send you the information your way. I'm just making sure that I didn't miss anything. Let's see. Yeah, the Butterfly Effect, the movie it's heavy. Let's see. Yeah. So I am someone that is not afraid to invest in myself. I will be the first in line to be like, sign me up if it's something that's in alignment for myself. I have my own mentor. I've been working for her. Or with her. Let's see, we started working together at the end of 2023, and I'm signed up for this year as well. I don't know if I'll ever leave. And I do get like healing sessions and things like that. But my therapist said to me, I'm also in therapy. So my therapist said to me the other day, you create your own metrics. Instead of looking around at anything else, you create your own. I'm going to do this could be probably a podcast episode. If you're not listening to Sacred Whisper, go listen. But I was like, yeah, I am my own metrics. What are your metrics? Instead of looking at, like, we want to look at it, but we want to look at it from a neutral position. And we don't want to be like constantly opening up our phone, checking notifications, like whatever. We want to be in alignment, right? And so what is the metric for you that feels like, yes, okay? Because for me, it's not the likes and the comments. There are multi-millionaires, self-made, that have shit for engagement on their social media and very low followers. Who cares? It used to be true, like more followers meant more impact and more income, but that's not true anymore. And even like my first 6-figure piece of my healing business, I didn't even have 2,000 followers when I hit the 10K month mark. And so the amount of followers that you have does not mean anything. And the amount of likes, of course, you can always shift your content and things like that. Vibration is a big thing. And I feel like for so many of us, like we know that we can always shift our content and our messaging and our hooks and things like that. And that's something I'm always consistently going back to the basics. I'm not a huge fan I'm not a huge fan of ChatGPT for this. I feel personally, I like it to be authentic. It's speaking as me. And so you're never going to get AI with me. You're going to get me. But that's just my input on that. Even as healers, we've got to nail down the basics. A bigger piece of this is, who are you behind the scenes? Are you embodying who it is that you desire to be and what it is that you are saying that you're doing and the impact that you're making the impact that you are here to make? Are you in that embodiment? If the answer is no, and embodiment is also the awareness. So when you're triggered, when limiting beliefs come up, whatever, and when you're stepping into the awareness, that is embodiment as well. Because there's a version of you that didn't catch that before, and now you are. So that is the embodiment. And there are even times when I'm like, oh, well, for a client, I would say, or a student inside of my certification program, I would say, I would ask this, and then I would be like, I would go do the healing on myself, or I would, whatever it is to get myself back into alignment. So are you doing those things? Okay, just going through any questions here. Witchy hat's fun. Yeah, get it out. Like, what are you waiting for? What are we waiting for? Sometimes things need time. I don't know what just happened to my IG. I know I say time isn't real all the time. And though we know like time and space is an illusion, and in quantum illumination, we do operate in time and space as an illusion. There is no distance key. Like, that is such a 3D concept. We're not even playing with that. And in the same breath, sometimes it does take time for things to evolve, for things to land, right? With quantum illumination, this was not something that I could just get out into the world. I remember at the end of 2022, when the rug was ripped from beneath me, my then mentor was like, you can get your certification out into the world now. And I was like, no, I can't. It's not ready. And the protection is not there. I need to protect my brand too. It is trademarked, or it's submitted for trademark. The manual is, if she hasn't submitted yet, it will be submitted for copyright protection as well. Like, we're protecting the brand. Like, the contracts are in place, and it is a protected brand. So it's not something that you can just do. But sometimes it's like, I'm feeling the fear. Let me move anyway, and let the proof stack. Okay. Oop. All right. Hi, Jackie. Okay. Aries season. Selena, that is your season. I don't know what happened to my IG. I don't know. It's like split right now. So level 1 is 555. Founders. This is founders before the first round. Level 2 and level 1 bundle is 1111. Level 2 alone, I don't even know, because everybody's done the 1 and 2 bundle at this point, or 1, 2, and 3 bundle. So let me look. Founders for level 2, if you were to do that one alone, is 777. So 555 for level 1, 777 for level 2, or you can bundle it together. And there are payment plan options as well. I got you. So yes, Michelle, I'll see you in the DMs, girl. And if you guys have any questions, I'm an open door. I'd love to answer any questions for you. I just said this to someone today who is joining our certification program. Happy birthday, Michelle. So I said, she was asking several questions. I'm like, amazing. Keep them coming. If you have them, send them my way. Never feel like you can't ask the questions about the certification program or whatever it is. That way I can make sure that you're in your power with the knowledge that you need to make the decision that's in most alignment for you. And yeah. And then it also helps me be able to add something to the FAQ section of my website or something like that if there was something that I missed. But the FAQs on my website is really good too. Okay, amazing. I will see you guys in the DMs. Let's raise the frequency of the planet together. I'm so excited and honored to get this certification program out. Selena, how to stay patient until we really start. This is where it's like time and solution. And Selena was like, I'm in. She was the second one that was in. And she's like, when was that? September? Everybody's like, I don't know when we're starting, but yes, let's do this. But yes, be in that energy. I have something I'm going to ask you guys too that you're in. If you're already in the certification program, I have something fun that might push you out of your comfort zone, but also we have quantum experience coming the first week of March. So that'll probably get your guys' brains like even more excited for us to officially start. So amazing. DM me quantum. I love you guys. Thank you for hanging out with me. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, and I will see you soon.